I carry a lot of people in my boat. We have marshals at the FLW tournament. I have camera guys in here, and just lots and lots of guests that we take fishing. I fish with a lot of people throughout the course of the year. And invariably, every person that gets in this boat that's not really heavily into tournament fishing asks, what are those funny looking things on your live well lids? Well, what this is a VT2 live well ventilation system. Now, I know that might be kind of hard to remember and hard to think about what did he just say, but it's a live well ventilation system. And what it does is, as this boat is moving, every time I move, even moving on the trolling motor, every time I move, I'm forcing fresh air down into my live wells. Now, my live wells are closed, and so I'm forcing fresh air down into my live wells, and it will help oxygenate the water that's in there. It'll keep any foam down that's going on top because you've got fresh air going in. Now, we've got water pumping into these live wells all the time. There's two ways you could do it. One is you can simply set your switches where you've got water coming out of the lake that's going in. Well, that works pretty good, except a lot of times in a hot summertime, like right now, when the water temperature is up around 90 degrees, you're pumping that hot water out of the lake in on your fish, and it's really, really difficult to keep them alive. A lot of guys nowadays have simply put this over on the circulation mode, once on a circulation mode, and then they'll dump maybe 30 or 40 pounds of ice on their fish and simply fill it up, recirculate the water that's in there. In other words, so they're not pumping any fresh water in. Either way, this ventilation system that I put on, and I've been using this for several years, putting it on all my Ranger boats, this ventilation system, the VT2 ventilation system I put on my boats, enhances that system tremendously. Now, our new Ranger boats, we've actually generated oxygen. We got a button we hit over here and it turns an oxygen on, where you can see down there, you got little bubbles coming up that's creating oxygen inside there. Even if you've got oxygen in there, you're gonna lose some fish. During the course of a tournament, you're gonna lose some fish. If you're just out there catching a bunch of crappie fishing, you have some of those fish die, crappie, walleye fish you're gonna take in and clean. Doesn't hurt anything if they die, but in the summertime, if they die, it doesn't take very long until the gills will turn white on those fish. You can't eat them. You just have to throw it away. And if you're like me, you don't like to throw away fish or game. I mean, if you catch it and intend on eat it, you want to eat it. You don't just want to throw it in a garbage can. And so this system will help keep those fish alive, even if you never fish a tournament. If you fish a tournament, you simply, I mean, you just got to have that on there. I mean, I wouldn't even think about nowadays fishing a tournament without one. You know, a couple, 2 or 3 times in my tournament career, I've had one dead fish cost me 2 years in a row at Lake Okeechobee, cost me 1 year $6,000, the next year $10,000. $10,000 by one stinking dead fish. Well, he wasn't stinking yet, he's just dead. But so it's really critical in tournament fishing. You know, our penalty in FLW is 4 ounces per fish for a dead fish, so you want to keep them alive. And of course, if you're like me, you're a conservationist, you want to keep them alive anyway, because you want to take them in, weigh them in, let them go back into the lake so somebody else will be able to catch them. Now, these things are really, really easy to install. This is what they look like. This is what they look like. When you see them here in my boat, you're simply seeing this top portion of this, but this is designed, scientifically designed, to send the air down into this and to take the toxic air out. That's exactly what it's designed for. They're so simple and easy to install. It's amazing. They install, they look beautiful on your boat. You can't even tell. In fact, all it does is something on there, somebody's going to say, hey, what are those anyway? And because all you do is you simply drill a 3-inch hole with a hole saw, a 3-inch hole saw, drill a 3-inch hole down into your live well lid. And Ranger boats come with 2. If you got live well, it's just got one big lid. Just put one on each side, one on the other side, just like I've got these 2 on these split live well. And then all you do is you simply put that down in the hole. It comes with 4 screws. Just screw it into the top and you're done. That's it. That's it. It is absolutely so simple to do and so inexpensive. And yet, if you fish tournaments, even if you fish bass club tournaments or whatever, it can mean the difference in a dead fish. It can mean the difference in winning Angler of the Year in your bass club. It can mean the difference in winning literally thousands and thousands of dollars. My buddy Scott Canterbury, don't tell him I told this story, but my buddy Scott Canterbury lost the FLW championship 1 year by 1 ounce. 1 ounce. Now, he didn't have a dead fish that I know of, I don't remember, but he did the first day only catch 4 fish. So, but 1 ounce, 1 ounce. And so if you have a 4 ounce penalty, a 2 ounce penalty, whatever, 8 ounce penalty, some of the organizations are 8 ounce penalties, a dead fish can, and you know what the difference was? $500,000 as opposed to $60,000 for second place. So these are very, 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 they're inexpensive anyway. But when you consider in a tournament, you can make the money back on these plus a lot in just one single tournament with 1 dead fish. They're really simple, easy to install. You can get them at almost any marine dealer anywhere around the nation. They'll install them for you for a few bucks. It doesn't take them long, so then, you know, you probably got 30 minutes labor in there to install one. When you buy a new boat, not buy a new boat, you're having them do some things and add some things on your boat, make sure you add this ventilation system on your boat, and it's going to just make a really, really big difference. Not only that, if you never have a fish die anywhere during the year, this might be what caused it. You're a better conservationist. You're better for the sport because you're keeping all your fish alive that you're turning back into the water. And honestly, that's what most of us bass fishermen are all about. We want to put them back so somebody else can watch them. So this is an amazing system. It's a simple system, an easy system, a VT2 live well ventilation system. It works remarkably well. When I weigh my fish in, we weigh in a limit just pretty much every time anymore in tournaments, every single day. When I weigh in a limit, sometimes they're almost as hard to catch in the live well as they were out of the lake. So it's really amazing.